Unit 4, Lesson 10, Tax and Tip. I understand I can solve problems about sales tax and tips. So for this one, it starts out with a notice and wonder. You're on vacation and you want to buy a pair of sunglasses for $10 or less. You find a pair with a price tag of exactly $10. The cashier says the total cost is going to be $10.45. So what do you notice? The first thing I notice is that the person is checking out and the cost increased. Okay, something else that I notice is that the cost is up by 45 cents. Something that I wonder, why did the cashier add 45 cents? And something else I wonder is, does the person have enough money to pay for it? Alright, so now we're going to figure out we're shopping in two different cities. So two cities have different sales tax rates, which is the same in different states. So I grew up in the military. My dad was in the service, and we grew up overseas. So we didn't do sales tax. I didn't understand it until we moved back to the United States when I was an adult. Actually, I was 18. But I'd figured out sales tax before then, but it was just the idea that it was not a part of my life until I was 18. So the way you deal with sales tax is you take your price, you're going to add the tax, and that's going to equal your total cost. So if I add the price plus $1.50, it's going to be $26.50. So if I want to figure out what the sales tax is, I would set up a table, and I would say 100% is $8. I want to figure out what $1 is going to be. So I divide by 8, and I get that it is 12.5%. All right, so then I have to get to this 48 cents. So I have to figure out, how am I going to get from 1 to 48? So if I want to get from 1 to 48, I'm going to multiply by 0.48. So I'm multiplying by 48 cents. So on this side, I'm going to multiply by 0.48. So 12.5 times 0.48, I get 6%. So my sales tax is 6%. We learned in the previous lesson that moving the decimal point is really important with percents. So if I have 6%, to get it without the percent sign, I'm going to move that decimal point 2 places to the left. So I end up with 6 cents for every dollar. So the tax on $1 is going to be 6 cents. So I'm going to add it, and I get $1.06. Right? Laundry soap, same kind of thing. This time I'm going to multiply by my 6% sales tax. So I'm going to do 1.06 times, well, I'm not going to do 1.06. I'm just going to do straight up because they want the tax. So 0.06 times 12, because I'm finding 6% of 12. I'm going to multiply it in my calculator. I get 72 cents. So I'm going to add, and I get $12.72. So I take X, and then X plus 6% of X for a total of 1.06X. So it would be the whole amount, which is X, plus the tax is going to give me my total amount. And I can check that by multiplying all of these by 1.06, multiplying the whole price column by 1.06, and I'm going to get the total cost column. So I'm going to do it again, but this time I have to figure it out if it's 64 cents is the tax. So remember, you're adding, and it's going to be equal to, so I'm going to add $2, so I have $27. So the tax rate is higher, but we've got to figure out how much higher. So I'm going to use my table again. I have my percent and my money. 100% of the cost was $8, and I want to figure out what it is for 1. So I'm going to divide by 8. I'm going to divide by 8, and I get 12.5. So then I want to get 64 cents this time. So I'm going to multiply by 0.64. So 12.5 times 0.64 gives me 8%. So remember, we talked about our decimal point, and we move it twice. So it's 0.08 in money. So it's 8 cents for every dollar. So it's going to be 0.08, and it's going to be $1.08. So if I want to get that same laundry soap for $12, I'm going to do 12 times 0.08. So 12 times 0.08, and I get 96 cents. So I'm going to add that. So it's $12.96. So I have my X, and then 0.08 times X. So for a total of 1.08X would be my expression. So I would take this and multiply it by my price column, and I'm going to get my total dollars column. So now it's up to you to figure it out. So here's the sales tax on the same items in City 3. So now I want you to figure out what is the tax rate in this city. And for the sales tax on the laundry soap, Kieran says it should be 84 cents. Lynn says it should be 87 cents. Do you agree with either of them? Explain your reasoning. If you have questions or you want to do some extra practice, Khan Academy is available. Mr. Morgan's help videos are available. You can email a study buddy or always set up an appointment on Calendly. I do Monday and Tuesday small group and some occasional Wednesdays for individuals. Have a great day.